Hi friends, how are we today? How is everybody? I am homesick today. I'm not feeling very good. Also, yesterday I went to Supercuts. Was it Supercuts or was it Hair Cuttery? I'm not sure. To get my hair cut because it was growing out and getting a bit uneven. It's so windy outside, so we might have some background noise today. But yeah, I went to Supercuts or something right after work, and I don't go to like an actual like fancy salon because I am poor and I don't have the money to pay a lot for a haircut. Also, I'm not particularly picky. However, the lady who usually does my hair there, like I always go right after work and she's always working that time of day. She's really good, but she wasn't there. And the lady who cut my hair this time, I don't know if she quite understood the vibe I was going for. So I feel like she cut it a little bit like shorter and tighter than I usually like. I like a kind of shaggy sort of look. And she also at one point cut off something in the back and went, I'm just gonna cut this off so it doesn't look as much like a mullet. And as she was doing it, and I was like, no wait, I want a mullet. So it's not on her. I just don't think she understood exactly what I wanted. So I'm not super feeling this haircut, which is a shame because tomorrow at work is picture day. So I just feel like I have a really tiny head without my hair around it. I look a little bit like an egg. But what's done is done. Hair grows, nothing's permanent. So I'm just gonna roll with it. just want you guys to know this is not the hairstyle that I was going for. But it's fine. Everything's fine. I thought today we could do a little English test. I just kind of searched up online and found this one on study.com. I'll give you a question, and then if it's a multiple choice question, I will give you the answers. And you can answer, and then I'll tell you what the correct answer is. So, low pressure. It's totally okay if you get stuff wrong. It's okay if you don't even want to answer the questions and would rather just listen to me talk and then say the correct answer. Whatever you want to do, however you want to listen to this video is totally fine. But I always like videos that are questions and answers and kind of a test. So I thought this would be a fun way to do that. So there are 15 questions, and our first question is: ideas and feelings associated with specific words are called A. Nuance, B. Audience, C. Connotation, or D. Subtext. Give you a minute. Now I'll read those again. A. Nuance, B. Audience, C. Connotation, or D. Subtext. And our answer is C. Connotation. Good job. This is a passage. Cool. it looks like there's 2 passages, but the question only references passage 1, but I will read both in case we need it later on. So, actually, no. I'll read passage 1, and then if we need passage 2 later on, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, passage 1. Writers and other artists have practical motives for wondering how best to make imaginary things seem convincing. In the 1790s, for instance, Samuel Taylor Coleridge set out to write a series of poems about persons and characters supernatural. To do so, he knew he had to make the fantastical seem credible. To procure for these shadows of imagination, he wrote, in a soon-to-be famous phrase, a willing suspension of disbelief. Coleridge, or Coleridge, is it Coleridge or Coleridge? I'm not sure. Coleridge was excellent at introducing a suspension of disbelief. That's why we are as gripped by the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner as the wedding guest within the poem who can't tear himself away from the sailor's tale, even though the tale is an outrageous one involving a magical albatross. So, our question is, as used in the passage, gripped most nearly means A. Fascinated, B. Clutched, C. Empowered, or D. Handled. Repeat that again. To answer the question as used in passage 1, gripped most nearly means A. Fascinated, B. Clutched, C. Empowered, or D. Handled. Good job. Our answer is A. Fascinated. Very good. Okay. Question 3. Why would a poet choose to employ the literary technique of juxtaposition? A. To create startling contrast between 2 concepts. B. To control the pacing of a work. C. To surprise the reader. Or D. All answers are correct. I'm going to read that one more time. Why would a poet choose to employ the literary technique of juxtaposition? A. To create startling contrast between 2 concepts. B. To control the pacing of a work. C. To surprise the reader. Or D. All answers are correct. Good job. The answer is D. All of the answers are correct. Alright. Question 4. Which statement is an example of theme? A. The poem has a mournful tone. B. The poem uses metaphor. C. The poem tackles the age-old dilemma, unrequited love. Or D. The poem is very vividly written. And one more time. Which statement is an example of theme? A. The poem has a mournful tone. B. The poem uses metaphor. C. The poem tackles the age-old dilemma, unrequited love. Or D. The poem is very vividly written. Good job. Our answer is C. The poem tackles the age-old dilemma, unrequited love. Alright, these answer choices are a little bit longer, so pay attention if you want Question 5. Which of the following represents the best example of dealing with disagreements in an argument? It's kind of a weird question. Alright. A. Some people don't like the taste of water. This can't be true because water has no taste. It is impossible to dislike something with no strong flavor. B. Some people claim that they don't like the taste of water. It's probably because they killed their taste buds by drinking too much soda. C. Some people claim that they don't like the taste of water, but they're just saying that because they prefer sugary drinks. If they drank more water, over time they would grow to enjoy the taste. Or D. Some people claim that they don't like the taste of water. For them, flavoring water with drops of lemon, chilling it in the freezer, or drinking small glasses throughout the day, followed by a more desirous beverage, may help with consumption. I kind of don't like this question. I don't think it's very good. I think assuming the correct answer, I haven't pressed it yet, so I'm not 100% sure. It's kind of more like, what is the most polite argument you can make? I actually don't think any of them are very good ways of dealing with a disagreement in an argument. I think that's difficult to do in just like a sentence or two. You need to include facts, you need to include sort of empathizing, but also expressing why your side is correct. Otherwise, it's not particularly an argument. But we'll read these one more time. Question 5. Which of the following represents the best example of dealing with disagreements in an argument? A. Some people don't like the taste of water. This can't be true because water has no taste. It is impossible to dislike something with no strong flavor. This one is definitely wrong because of the can't be true and it is impossible stuff. But again, I kind of don't think any of them are particularly right. B. Some people claim that they don't like the taste of water. It's probably because they killed their taste buds by drinking too much soda. This one is just kind of bad writing. You wouldn't want to put, it's probably because they killed their taste buds in an essay, but whatever. C. Some people claim that they don't like the taste of water, but they're just saying that because they prefer sugary drinks. If they drank more water, over time they would grow to enjoy the taste. This one is, I feel like if you had a whole essay surrounding this, backing it up with sort of evidence and facts, I think this actually isn't incredibly wrong. I just think it's lacking. And D, some people claim that they don't like the taste of water. For them, flavoring water with drops of lemon, chilling it in the freezer, or drinking small glasses throughout the day, followed by a more desirous beverage, may help with consumption. This one is the correct answer. However, I guess the way I'm reading this, because it's for like an English class, is that this would be like an argumentative essay. But I guess you could make the argument that this is just to kind of best persuade someone, in which case this is the best answer, but again, still not great. Also, that's not the question. I just think this is a very poorly written question. Maybe I should have looked these over to begin with. Number 6, question 6. Why is it important for readers to identify stereotypes, biases, and assumptions in written work? This one is very topical. A. Recognizing these factors helps readers think critically to avoid being influenced about how they feel about people or things. B. Recognizing these factors is not important. It is normal to have stereotypes, biases, and assumptions about people or things. C. Recognizing these factors is only important if you disagree with the writer's perspective. Or D. Recognizing these factors helps readers become more acquainted with writers they agree with. I'll read it again. Why is it important for readers to identify stereotypes, biases, and assumptions in written work? A. Recognizing these factors helps readers think critically to avoid being influenced about how they feel about people or things. B. Recognizing these factors is not important. It is normal to have stereotypes, biases, and assumptions about people or things. C. Recognizing these factors is only important if you disagree with the writer's perspective. Or D. Recognizing these factors helps readers become more acquainted with the writers they agree with. So, our correct answer here is A. Recognizing these factors helps readers think critically to avoid being influenced about how they feel about people or things. We're definitely in a time where critical thinking and identifying stereotypes, biases, and assumptions is at an all-time low. So I definitely think that this should be taught more heavily than it is right now. Okay, I don't like this question either, solely because I don't know the story of Perseus and Andromeda, and this just asks, the story of Perseus and Andromeda is an example of A. Reversal of fortune, B. Quest, C. Self-sacrificing love, D. Battle between good and evil, or E. Unexpected rescue. And perhaps this test was made for a very specific class where that was common knowledge. I am unfortunately not a Greek myth aficionado. It's never exactly been my thing. No hate to it. It's just not my forte. So there's a motorcycle. So I am definitely guessing on this answer. The last time I read Perseus and Andromeda, or a telling of it, not like any sort of major version, was, I think, honestly, in 5th grade. So the story of Perseus and Andromeda is an example of A. Reversal of fortune, B. Quest, C. Self-sacrificing love, D. Battle between good and evil, or E. Unexpected rescue. Oh, I guessed correctly. Take a look at that. The answer is E. Unexpected rescue. This is another one. This is a Lord of the Rings question. The conflict between Frodo and companions and Sauron is an example of A. Quest, B. Unexpected rescue, C. Self-sacrificing love, D. Reversal of fortune, or E. The battle between good and evil. I've also never been a Lord of the Rings person. Don't hate me. I'm so sorry. But I don't know the answer to this one either. I really should have checked these over ahead of time. So, we'll read it one more time. Question 8. the conflict between Frodo and companions and Sauron is an example of A. Quest, B. Unexpected rescue, C. Self-sacrificing love, D. Reversal of fortune, or E. The battle between good and evil. And I guessed that one correctly too. It is E. Battle between good and evil. Okay, here we go. Question 9. How is drama different from prose? A. It uses symbols. B. It has a plot. C. It is meant to be performed. Or D. It has characters. Interesting. Question 9. How is drama different from prose? A. It uses symbols. B. It has a plot. C. It is meant to be performed. Or D. It has characters. And good job, our answer is C. It is meant to be performed. We only have 5 questions left, my friends. This is another one. This is not the best test to be reading for a ASMR YouTube video. Perhaps if I was in this class, it would make more sense. According to Aristotle, which of the following is essential for a good plot? A. Action. B. Pathos. C. Unity of action. Or D. Unity of pathos. According to Aristotle, which of the following is essential for a good plot? A. Action. B. Pathos. C. Unity of action. Or D. Unity of pathos. And our answer is unity of action. This one, I'm just gonna skip altogether. The question is, which could be an extension activity for your research project? That doesn't apply to us. So technically, we only have 4 questions left. 3 questions left. I don't know. Oh yeah, sorry, 3 questions left. Question 12. Your research question is, what is the effect of television viewing on Americans? What is the probable reason that this question would need some revision? A. The question is too broadly focused. B. The question does not center on specific concerns or issues. D. The question does not lend itself to research easily. Or D. The question is too narrowly focused. I think several answers apply here, but that is not an option. I'll read it one more time. Your research question is, what is the effect of television viewing on Americans? What is the probable reason that this question would need some revision? A. The question is too broadly focused. B. The question does not center on specific concerns or issues. C. The question does not lend itself to research easily. Or D. The question is too narrowly focused. I would say that A, B, and C all could be correct, but this test says that the correct answer is A. But the question is too broadly focused, and the question does not center on specific concerns or issues. It's basically saying the same thing. I suppose you could argue that the effect of television viewing is the specific concern or issue, but I don't think that that's nearly specific enough. And I think because it's so broad, that question doesn't lend itself to research easily. But perhaps I am overcomplicating. Alright, question 13. When listing the events of the story, what should you keep in mind when choosing what to list? A. Don't pick events that spoil the ending. B. Don't pick minor, unimportant events. C. Pick your favorite events. D. Pick events related to the central theme. Or E. Don't pick events that explain the conflict. Again, this is like several of these work. Actually, 2 of them work. Don't pick minor, unimportant events, and pick events related to the central theme. They say that the correct answer is don't pick minor, unimportant events, but major, important events are events that are generally related to the central theme. So, I don't think this is a very good test. I know I keep saying this, but I haven't taken like a multiple choice stereotypical English test in about 6 years since I graduated high school. I was an English major in college, but obviously we did a lot more like essay writing and stuff as opposed to answering multiple choice questions. So I'm actually having a lot of fun, and I love to pick stuff apart. I'm also gonna skip this one because it is what is the theme of the lion and the mouse, because I don't know that story. Okay. I swear to God, that just went on for like 7 minutes. It's always like right as I'm at the end of my videos that something like that happens, and it's like, please, can you just hold on for another 5 minutes? So, our final question is observations blank while inferences blank. A. Observations are based on information seen, while inferences are based on information already known. B. Observations may skew the truth, while inferences reveal the true state regardless of the speaker's claims. C. Observations are mere generalizations, while inferences are eyewitness accounts. And D. All of these answers are correct. I'm going to read that again. A. Observations are based on information seen, while inferences are based on information already known. B. Observations may skew the truth, while inferences reveal the true state regardless of the speaker's claims. C. Observations are mere generalizations, while inferences are eyewitness accounts. Or D. All these answers are correct. And our answer is A. Observations are based on information seen, while inferences are based on information already known. That is the end of our test. How did you do? I did not do as good as I thought I was going to because of the weird questions that like didn't have a clear answer. They had several answers that applied. Perhaps I'm just making excuses for myself, and I do think had I been in the class and known, the teacher's tendencies, I would even go as far as to say biases, I would have done a lot better. But because I didn't exactly know what direction these questions were coming from, I definitely missed a few. Which is a little embarrassing for me, seeing as I have an English degree. But I hope you enjoyed anyway. I was a bit critical, but I also a bit of a snob. So I would love to do this again. I actually had a lot of fun. Yeah, it says my areas of weaknesses are reading skills, which is ridiculous. What else does it say? My areas of weaknesses are reading skills, literary texts. Again, that's insane. Now I'm just getting defensive. Drama characters, that's fair. I don't read a lot of plays. And research skills, actually, I will agree with that one as well. I kind of hate doing research. But apparently my strengths are speaking, and it's like not loading exactly what the full sentence says. I don't know what exactly that says. Speaking, word choice, and argumentative questions. So, yeah, I'd love to do more of these. Please let me know if you enjoyed it. I might have ruined the vibe by being a bit of a know-it-all, and I'm so sorry if that's the case.